Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to some more Avatar The Last Airbender. Last time on Avatar we met Jet and his merry gang of, well, they were willing to blow up a dam and kill a bunch of innocent people. That's what Jet and his crew were all about. Well, one of them did kind of question what they were doing. It was another interesting example to see how the war with the Fire Nation has affected the people around. It has created these extremist freedom fighters. I mean, I don't want to brag, but I saw through Jet's straw-chewing charisma pretty quickly. Detective Vision was on full alert when that guy showed up. But no, it was a nice extra bit of world building to see the effects of this war with the Fire Nation and what it's doing to people. So that was good, and we got some more fun action. We had Aang, he was doing like more in the fight sequences. It's fun seeing Aang trying to be like a pacifist, but also defending himself and the other people. And, it's interesting to see how they animate that and how Aang responds to that. So that was fun. But also Sokka got a win, which was really nice because Sokka's normally the butt of the joke a lot of the time. And it was nice to see him sort of come out on top and be like, hey, this is why I'm valuable. This is why I'm good. This is why you're going to need me against the coming battles. So it was nice to see him get a nice big W for himself. So that was nice. But that was last time. We're about to jump into another episode today. Before we do, if you do enjoy the reaction, please hit the thumbs up. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think about this episode. And there are links in the description to Twitch, Discord, all that fun stuff. If you want to join the community over there, we'd love to have you. I'm excited. I'm excited to jump into another one. Let's see where we end up next, shall we?
Katara, why don't you worry about gathering the firewood? Because that kindling's looking pretty sorry.
Well, if you don't like my firewood... Hey, where's the campfire? And what happened to the tent?
Why don't you ask...
This is how we start today. Sibling rivalries. They are kids. They are kids. They are brother and sister. This is very relatable.
Why don't you just switch jobs? Sounds good.
Whatever.
Settling feuds and making peace. All in a day's work for the Avatar. There it is, guys. The Great Divide. Wow.
Okay, the Great Divide is the Grand Canyon of this universe, I guess. I was thinking the Grand Divide would be like a metaphor for something. But no, it's there. It's right there.
Hey, if you're looking for the canyon guide, I was here first. My whole tribe has to walk thousands of miles to the capital city of Ba Sing Se.
This guy'd be very high-strung, but understandable.
That's the Zhang tribe, a bunch of low-life thieves.
Okay, maybe the Grand Divide will be a metaphorical thing, because now we've got two tribes who probably don't like each other.
I didn't know the canyon guide took reservations.
That's the ignorance I'd expect from a messy Zhang.
Oh shit, look, you seen how many people there are, dude? Are you gonna piss them all off? Doesn't seem wise. Oh, here's the guide, I guess. Here he is. Look at that mustache.
Who's ready to cross this here canyon?
I was here first. My party's on their way.
I can't guide people who aren't here.
Wait, here they come.
Oh my god. Why don't you just all go together? Just go together.
Well, Aang, ready to put your peacemaking skills to the test?
Chores and melons I can do.
This is the Avatar.
Oh,
and if
God.
you give him a chance,
Tara,
I'm
just
sure
putting
he
him on
can
the
come
spot.
up with a compromise that will make everyone happy.
Travel together?
Absolutely not. We'd rather be taken by the Fire Nation than travel with those.
Would you though? Would you?
All right, here's the deal. You're all going down together, and I'll be here will fly your sick and elderly across.
There we go. There we go, Aang. Finding that authoritative voice. He's doing it.
No food allowed in the canyon. It attracts dangerous predators. You babies can go a day without
A
food.
day?
Would you rather be hungry or dead?
I mean, he makes a good point. Someone's bringing food. Someone's bringing food. Someone's gonna bring food with them.
They're fleeing the Fire Nation, aren't they? Gotta make sure we can't be followed.
That is smart. Oh god! Oh god!
We gotta help him.
Who brought food? Who brought food? Jesus, that thing is fucking terrifying. Oh, nice whip. Nice whip. Ooh, tornado. Oh my god. Just fling it. Yeah, there you go. Good job, Aang.
Your arms. They're broken.
Without my arms,
Oh my
I
God.
got no bending.
We're trapped in this canyon.
Oh my lord, is Aang gonna have to try and earthbend? Is that where we're going with this?
It's the Zhangs. They took food down here.
What? If there's anyone who can't go without food for a day, I'm not walking another step with the likes of them.
We need to get out of this canyon. I won't die down here. I won't become part of the food chain.
And that's our guide. That's our guide saying that.
Food chain because of you.
We should split up. Ganjin's on this side and Zhang's on that side. We'll travel in 2 separate lines.
I don't know how well this is gonna work. That's not exactly unifying.
You go with the Zhangs, and Katara, you go with the Ganjins. See if you can find out why they hate each other so much.
Oh, this is smart. Yeah, actually, you know what? I'm back on board. We can get more information with them not arguing. And then maybe we can find a compromise.
So you guys aren't gonna put up your tarps?
What for? It's the dry season.
Exactly.
Sokka's found his people. Oh, it is very metaphorical. Sokka's on one side, Katara on the other.
No.
They have food! They have food, these bastards. I bet the others also have it as well, right?
Well, I guess it's okay if everyone's doing it.
Oh my god.
You seem like a smart girl, Katara. I bet you would enjoy hearing some history.
Okay. Lay it on me. Lay it on me. What's your version of events? Because I'm sure the others have a different version.
The patriarch of our tribe, Jin Wei, who was assigned an important duty, transporting our sacred orb from the Great Eastern Gate to the Great Western Gate.
Uh-huh.
But as he approached the gate, Jin Wei was attacked by one of the Zhang. That coward Wei Jin knocked Jin Wei to the ground and stole our sacred orb.
Can almost guarantee the other story will be like, they took our orb and refused to give it back, or something along those lines.
I know what you must be thinking. We're horrible for endangering everybody by bringing food down here.
Okay, yep, they both have food. They're just as... Oh, they're just as conniving as each other.
The conflict with the Ganjin goes back over 100 years.
Okay, what's your version?
Jin Wei collapsed on the ground. Noble Wei Jin stopped to help him. Jin Wei insisted the orb was more important and asked him to take it back to his tribe. But as Wei Jin crossed the border to return the orb into Ganjin territory, he was arrested.
So a misunderstanding happened somewhere in their history. I do like the different art styles. It's pretty cool.
They sentenced him to 20 long years in prison.
So some kind of history that has been misunderstood or not what they think it is has caused years of pain and misery between the two of them. Seems legit.
All clear.
It's really convenient how there's 2 separate paths that run along each other. I am fascinated to see how this is going to get resolved.
Please, everyone. But I need you all to put your heads together and figure out a way up this cliff.
Maybe the Zhang can climb the wall with their long, disgusting fingernails.
I forgot that to the Ganjin, unclipped fingernails is a crime punishable by 20 years in jail.
Oh my god.
How many times do I have to say it? Harsh words won't solve problems. Action will.
Oh my god, they're going to fight. They're going to fight. Aang, I don't know you.
Harsh words will never solve our problems.
Oh my god. They're just as bad as each other. His beard. Pigtail. This means business now. Yes, thank you, Aang. Thank you for stepping in. He's going feral. Jesus.
Is that
There's all the food.
food? Everyone smuggled food down here? Unbelievable! You are all awful!
Oh my god.
Big custard in that tart.
It's fucking face. Oh no, they're coming.
I just want us to get out of here alive.
Me too. I only took their side because they fed me.
Oh, okay. At least these two are back on board with each other. Jesus Christ. No, they just want food. Give them the food. Lure them out with the food.
Everybody, watch me do what I do!
Everyone, can everyone do that? Can everyone just... Oh God, oh God, oh God. Okay, they're doing it, they're doing it. Look at them working together. Look at them go. Do they have enough bags? Oh my God, it's fucking Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. This worked out really well. Thank God they had enough bags. Oh my God, this poor guy. This poor guy. Jesus.
Perhaps we're not so different after all.
Jesus.
Too bad we can't rewrite history.
That's exhausting.
You thieves stole our sacred orb.
Jin Wei? Wei Jin? I know those guys.
Yes, we're all aware of the source.
Of course he does. Of course he knows them.
I was there 100 years ago on the day you're talking about.
Here we go. Oh, look at the art styles clashing. That's fun. Look at that.
They were brothers. Twins, in fact. And they were 8. And most importantly, they were just playing a game. The sacred orb from the legend, that was the ball. And the eastern and western gates were the goalposts.
This is so fucking funny.
They had the ball and was running toward
This
the goal
is
when the
so funny.
There was no stealing and no putting anyone in prison. Just a game.
That's hilarious.
Sacred ball?
That is hilarious.
I suppose it's time we forget the past.
And look to the future.
We all breathe a little bit now. Jesus. These two tribes are just exhausting.
Let us travel to the Earth Kingdom capital as one tribe.
I'm going too. I'm sick of this place.
Get out of here. Retire, my dude. Retire.
You could call it luck. Or you could call it lying.
What?
I made the whole thing up.
You did not. That is so wrong.
Now, where's that custard tart?
Oh, I kind of wish it was true, though. I kind of wish it was true. That would have been hilarious. Oh, it's over. God damn it, I wish it was true. That would have been so funny for just life in reality. Like people using stories and misconceptualizing them. Oh, no. But him lying is pretty clever as well. God damn it. All right, another episode down. The Great Divide. I was expecting it to be a metaphorical divide, and then there was a place called the Great Divide, which indeed have two separate paths going all the way through it, which was very literal. But then it turned out to be metaphorical like I was expecting it to. No, I like this. It was good. It was another good, example of Avatar doing another morality tale. This time obviously focusing in on people who have differences from one another and not being able to trust each other or like each other because of those differences. But then in reality, it turns out you're more similar than you realize. And maybe it's better to work together and unite, especially in life or death situations. Who knew? Who knew? I always find that, I said in the reaction, I find it exhausting in fiction when you have two people, two groups who are in a life or death situation and they just will not work together. They're like, nope, our feud with one another is more important than the giant bugs that are trying to eat us. That's just so exhausting. But I feel like it was handled pretty well here. And like I say, it's all in aid of the morality tale that's being told in this example. I just feel like if that was me in that situation, I'd be like, I don't have the patience. I don't have the patience for this bullshit. I can't do it. And then sort of mixed into the sauce there, we had Sokka and Katara's sibling rivalry, which is, extremely relatable as someone with a sibling and having those disagreements about how you should do things, especially at this sort of teenage kind of age. I remember those well. So yeah, I bought into that. As much as like I say, it can be like a frustrating viewing, but it is relatable, and that's probably why it's frustrating, because you could just think of yourself at that age, like, why argue about these silly things that you did not need to argue about? So yeah, we had Sokka and Katara learning between themselves, despite their differences, they are more similar than they give themselves credit for, and that was explored via these two tribes. And it's a relatively simple morality story, but again, show family viewing, kids are watching. I think it's another one of those important lessons, and yeah, it's a good exploration of that in the form of a animation that is both entertaining, has action, but also bakes in a morality tale, like I say, and something to be learned, something to carry on in life with. I really like the guide. I like that the guide became like useless immediately, and the moment he became useless, he was just like, oh no. I'm gonna get eaten down here. Like, why? And then questioned it immediately when they managed to escape. Just was like, why am I doing this? I'm leaving. I'm not doing this anymore. Why was I doing this to myself? And then, of course, we had Aang sort of learning more about his responsibilities, how he is going to carry himself as the Avatar and what that means to him, and, you know, solving problems. You know, that's part of the job description as we understand it. And, you know, we've had him delving with the spirit stuff, obviously the air bending and the other bending and stuff he's got on his plate, but also what it is to be the Avatar and just the day-to-day of it, as we understand, is, you know, help people and help disagreements. And you started in small ways with Momo and Oppa with the melon, and then the tribes. So yeah, it was good to see Aang stepping up to the plate, finding his authoritative voice whilst not losing his childlike glee in the process. Like his face with the custard pie tart thing, that was insane. So yeah, I mean, it was good. It's good to see, you know, him taking those steps towards being the leader figure that he's destined to be, or however that's going to play out. So yeah, it was good to see that bit of development for him. Although I will say the ending, him having lied about the truth of the history between these two tribes, I really kind of wish it was true. I really do, because that would have been just hilarious, especially if you apply that to like real world stuff where people are so hung up about history and how it informs their current choices. But you know, if it happened 100+ years ago, you're not going to know the actual details of the story necessarily, and you can just read into it what you want to read into it, and then maybe you don't make all your life choices based on that history sometimes, and maybe there's more truth to it than you realize. Maybe that's a little too real or too cynical for the show for that to be the case, even though it would have been hilarious. But nevertheless, it did show Aang figuring out the way to get the tribes to unite is just to be like, look, you need to get over this. You're like, you will be stronger together, united. You need to get over this hump in your relationship, which is purely based on this history, which, you know, I guess Aang doesn't necessarily know the truth of. They don't necessarily know the truth of, and indeed by the end of it, we don't know the truth of. And should that really be important at the end of the day? And maybe we just think about here and now, and we look after each other, and, you know, that's also important. But still, I stand by, it would have been hilarious. But I will say, in terms of production of the episode, I did really like the change in art styles with the stories being told to kind of represent the two tribes in different ways, and like one of the animations being more pristine and clean and smooth, and the other one being more jagged and sharp. That I really liked. It was a good just use of animation. You know, it's something you can do when you're using this art form to tell your stories. It's a tool in your tool bag, and it was nice to see it getting used in this way. And then obviously when Aang told his version of events, it kind of morphed into the show's animation, and then into the baby version the baby version of the animation, if you want. I don't know what you'd correctly term that, but yeah, it was a good use of that to underline the point that's being made and do it in an artistic way. So that was cool. I like that. All in all, just a good time. I liked it, even though it was frustrating, but I think that's part of the point is that it's meant to be frustrating, especially when you're an onlooker looking at the situation and you're like, come on guys, come on, get it together. Which is, you know, the way you're supposed to feel, I guess, if you're thinking like you shouldn't be taking sides. Basically, you should be seeing it as work together. That would be good. And we got some big bugs, some more monsters for the pantheon of creatures that exist in this world. So that's fun as well, getting to see more creature designs, and they were creepy looking. Very Starship Trooper-esque, but with fluffy butts. Not a sentence I was going to think about saying today, but here we are. No, good time. I enjoyed this episode. Just, yeah, fun morality tale. So, yeah, enjoyed this one. Enjoyed it. Thank you for watching, guys. If you enjoyed it, please hit the thumbs up. Let me know you liked it. Let me know what you thought about this episode in the comments below. There are links in the description to all my other things. But for now, like I say, thank you for watching. I will catch you on the next one.